I'll now invite Ruthie Simpson of the firm Crowe Soberman LLP to come up and present the auditor's report regarding the audited financial statement for the year ending December 31, 2024.
Good morning. My name is Ruthie Simpson, and I'm a partner at Crowe Soberman LLP, the auditors of the College of Social Workers and Social Services Workers, hereinafter referred to as the College. I've been asked to provide an overview of the summary financial statements for the year ending December 31, 2024. The summary financial statements are part of the 2024 annual report and include the report of the independent auditors on the summary financial statements, the summary statement of financial position as at December 31, 2024, the summary statement of changes in net assets, and the summary statement of operations, and the related notes for the year ended December 31, 2024. Comparative figures for the 2023 fiscal year are also included. The report of the independent auditors on the summary financial statement describes the responsibilities of the college's management and the responsibilities of the auditors in relation to the summary financial statements presented to you. The beginning of our report contains an unqualified opinion, wherein we state, in our opinion, the accompanying summary financial statements are a fair summary of the audited financial statements on the basis described in Note 2. The summary statement of financial position lists out the college's assets and liabilities at December 31, 2024. The assets at that point in time of approximately $19.5 million consist of cash, $7.2 million, investments of $9.7 million, equipment, leasehold improvements, computer software, and database implementation costs of $2.3 million, and prepaid expenses and sundry receivables of $204,000. The investments are split out between current and long-term. Short-term investments include equities, foreign securities, mutual funds, guaranteed investment certificates, and bonds maturing in 2025. Long-term investments consist of bonds maturing between 2026 and 2032. Investments are managed and maturities are staggered to ensure that the funds will be available when needed. Database implementation costs was a new category last year and continues to grow as it relates to the costs incurred by the college to customize and get the new CRM database ready for use. Prepaid expenses and sundry receivables consist of advanced payments for rent and database licensing. Total liabilities as at December 31, 2024, were approximately $10.7 million. This consisted of $8.4 million of deferred revenue and $2.3 million of accounts payable and accrued liabilities. Deferred revenue represents registration and application fees collected in 2024 for the 2025 registration year. The large balance is expected as registration fees for 2025 were due and payable by December 31, 2024. Accounts payable and accrued liabilities related to services rendered or products received in calendar 2024, but which were not paid for until 2025. And also $1.9 million in estimated costs to investigate and resolve complaints and disciplinary matters. The amount recorded for estimated legal costs to complete existing cases increased $75,000 compared to 2023. Net assets as at December 31, 2024 were approximately $8.8 million and were equal to the total assets minus total liabilities. This consisted of amounts invested in equipment, leasehold improvements, computer software, and database implementation costs for $2.3 million, and unrestricted net assets, or surplus, of $6.5 million. This surplus is the amount available to the college to use in future to cover annual operating expenses, replace equipment, leasehold improvements, computer software and database costs, and to fund projects to fulfill its mandate as a regulatory college. It is also important for the college to have sufficient funds set aside to finance disciplinary hearings as they arise. The details of the two funds can be seen in the summary statement of changes in net assets. The summary of operations lists out the revenues and expenses for the 2024 calendar year. Revenue exceeds expenses by approximately $1.5 million. This increase compared to prior year was mainly due to the large number of new registrants and renewals compared to 2023. Registration fee rates for 2024 increased from $360 to $400 for regular registrants and $260 to $300 for new grads. Council reviews the accumulated surplus balance each year. If they think it is appropriate to reduce the accumulated surplus, they will budget for a deficit by adjusting registration fees and/or adjusting the timing of projects and related expenditures. Expenses for 2024 have also increased over 2023. Salaries and benefits is the largest expense and accounted for approximately 56% of the total expenditures. The year-over-year increase was approximately $745,000 and related to staffing changes and an increase in salaries to recognize rising inflation costs. The expense is still lower than the budgeted amount by approximately $700,000 due to several unfilled positions, such as the Chief Practicing Officer and the Deputy Registrar. Cloud computing services have increased compared to 2023, as the CRM system was online for the full year in 2024. Finally, amortization of database implementation costs was higher than 2023 as the college started using the system around May of 2023. Thus, in 2024, there was a full year of amortization recorded. Legal is the second largest expense and decreased $576,000 compared to 2023. Legal includes two kinds of legal expenses, $349,000 for regular operating legal fees and $896,000 for costs related to investigating and resolving complaints as registrants and disciplinary matters arise, and includes costs such as court fees, mediation expenses, expert witnesses, and translation costs. Legal can fluctuate as a result of the number of complex cases and the timing of the cases, as well as the number of cases overall. Overall, individual expense amounts may vary year over year due to the timing of projects, and so comparing expenses to the prior year is not always relevant. My commentary on the summary financial statements was at a very high level, and I will not go into further details of individual line items. However, we would be happy to answer any questions that you may have on the statements during the question period. Thank you.